think when we're on this sort of new learning curve with manifestation and manifesting the dream life, however it's been, and a lot of us had awakening in 2020 and have been building towards something we deem as greater or different or more engaging, more empowering, more liberating, more free, more loving and more sustainable. Without exploring ourselves and the world and the spaces around us and putting ourselves into different situations, different scenarios, when we're like reevaluating seriously what we want to do because we have a long-term vision, we're not worried about getting rich quick or, the getting first, being first big time on Instagram, or, doing all of the off-grid journeys and stuff, which is all great. But I think a lot of people put so much pressure on themselves, is what I've seen, to create something really fast, and it actually doesn't become sustainable, and they hurt themselves physically, and it's quite sad to see, because I think that is happening. What I'm hearing and discussing with people is that is happening, and people are realising, or they're stopping their off-grid dream, which is a shame, because it's a lot of hard effort, money and things that have gone into it. But without getting on that, it's just my heart feels for people that have hurting physically now because of the pressures they've put themselves under, potentially unnecessarily, because we don't have anybody else to prove anything to about ourselves, and we can go at a slow pace. So I think without putting ourselves in uncomfortable situations or in different environments, we don't know, we can't identify what we don't want and what we want. If we really do want to create something that's different, that we've never lived before, and bring new legacy in for our lineage, or just for ourselves, for our peace of mind, for our personal healing, because that is the healing journey for the rest of our lives. And so I desire to be in an environment that constantly replenishes my mind, body and soul, and balances work and life and personal and togetherness and solitude, because that's something that was imbalanced in my life for a long time, and I've everything is our choice, everything is our responsibility, even if we do have the goggles on and don't really, we've never seen outside of Babylon or the Matrix in the ways that we have now. Evaluating luxuries versus essentials, and what we need, and outgoings and incomings and things like that, because it's an evolving process, to learn to budget, to learn to minimise our time externally, and to sort of maximise how much recharge or R&R we might need. And a lot of those times, sometimes situations are uncomfortable. Doesn't mean we're in danger or we're not with our loving people, but they might be uncomfortable. But at least we learn what we don't want, or what we do want long term, maybe. And I do wish everybody, the power and strength and love to review their life, and if things are not working for their benefit, for our benefit, to day by day make a choice to move towards something greater for the benefit of ourselves, for our families, relationships, for our communities, for the collective, for the globe, the global healing right now, because we shorten our life. We're dead before we're meant to be dead. We add stress where we don't need to add stress. We live in discord or disharmony with others that maybe in the workplace we're not in alignment with, because they never know our true value, because we have been taught to put on a mask and not bring our full selves into certain workplaces or arenas. And that's all sort of dissolving now, and it is beautiful to be around wild and free souls, working consciously to manage the different aspects of life: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, financial, familial, societal, because we can do a lot of the isolation and hermiting as part of our weekly, monthly lives, but ultimately we are social beings, and it is beautiful to be in connections, in communications, in deep conversations, when the time is ripe, when all of us have our batteries full. And then when we end up talking too much, then we retreat and have quiet days and solo days, should we so desire, of growing or cooking or baths and swimming and just nature connection, I think. Or some people will do sport or adventure, go-karting and fun things, however anyone wants to spend time. But I just trust that we're all making the right decisions for ourselves at the minute, because these shifts are quite monumental and will determine the timeline, the projections for the coming years, whether we believe in 2030 or what comes beyond. So 622, 626, trust people find peace and love in their hearts with whatever choice and decisions they make, and that we come to a place of a life lived without stress, no urgency or not having to do things because there's a level of performance or output that we have to do to live on the earth, but not at the detriment of our own physical vessel and loving relationships, really. So have a beautiful day.